Honourable Speaker, Honourable Prime Minister, Honourable Leader of Opposition, Honourable Members of Parliament, members of media fraternity, our TV audience, and those tuned in through radio channels, and those watching live on Fijian government Facebook page. Good evening in Bulare. Honourable Speaker say, I stand with great pride as a member of Bainimarama government to dwell on 2020-2021 budget, which undoubtedly is a masterfully crafted budget that attempts to address needs of all Fijians. This budget is surely going to move our nation forward amidst the COVID-19 pandemic and has been expertly developed under the able leadership of our Minister for Economy, Honourable Ayah Syed Qayyum. 2020 has been anything but predictable. As we bid farewell to 2019, we were preparing to walk towards our goal for a new year. But then our lives took an unexpected turn when COVID-19 was officially declared a pandemic by WHO. We all are witnesses to the impacts of COVID-19, not only on the health and well-being of the people, but its social and economic repercussions globally and more specifically to our beautiful Fiji. We are fortunate to have a government that was proactive and had prioritized the lives of our Fijians by carefully planning and implementing strategies to ensure that we are kept away from this pandemic that has infected millions around the world. Though we have been successful in combating the spread of this virus, Fiji will still need to work hard towards the path of recovery. We are all aware that Fiji's economic activity has plummeted dramatically with a decline in tourism industry amongst many other sectors. Fiji First government's goal and aim has been to put ourselves in a position where we have fiscal and monetary buffers that provide insulation in lean times. The Fiji First government sees the task ahead is great and heavy in responsibility. It takes a challenge which calls for courage and boldness to dream, the courage to believe, the courage to dare, the courage to act, the courage to envision, the courage to fight, the courage to work, the courage to achieve what seems to be elusive at this point in time. This budget has demonstrated the strong political will of the government to lead to economic recovery during this COVID-19 pandemic. There is a need for the private sector and all the sectors to work with the government to help us get through this terrible time that we are going through. Honourable Speaker, sir, our Honourable Prime Minister again and again has demonstrated unmatched quality of a good and a true leader. His continued perseverance and dedication during difficult times is worth applauding. He never lost his vision for the betterment of all Fijians, regardless of what the situation was. Whether it is a natural disaster like Category 5 Cyclone Winston, or be it COVID-19 pandemic. I commend the leadership of Honourable Prime Minister and Minister for Health for combating the spread of this virus. When economies and advanced medical technologies like the United States of America, United Kingdom and India, to name a few, are struggling to contain this virus, our Prime Minister handled the panic situation and kept all Fijians safe from this pandemic. I would be failing in my duty if I don't convey my sincere appreciation to all Fijians who have taken that directive seriously from Ministry of Health, thus assisting in making Fiji corona-free. A big thank you to each and every one of you. To everyone listening in now, please know that each and every one of us has the power to mitigate the impact of COVID-19. Careful financial planning, supporting Fijian businesses, and realizing the new normal is the only way we can move forward. Never underestimate never underestimate your power to make a change in this world. Therefore, I urge everyone to maintain the resilience, a quality we Fijians are known for. The 2020-2021 budget is unique, and it shows solidarity to those who had to bear the brunt of this pandemic. It is a reassurance to our tourism sector that despite these uncertain times, we stand united and together with you. Honourable Speaker, Sir, Fiji First Government has always been prudent in addressing any difficult situation to provide support to our fellow Fijians. I commend and thank the Minister for Economy for his vision to revise and align the budget to specifically target and assist those who are impacted by this pandemic, especially in the tourism sector. Despite our economy's revenue being reduced by more than 50%, smart thinking to produce 2020-21 budget, a consumption-driven budget to stimulate economic activity is way forward towards recovery. Honourable Speaker, say, even during these trying times when government revenue has reduced, tax reduction on more than 1,600 items and without cutting salary of civil servants is not only a bold move, but smart one. This is just basic economics. During economic downturn, government spending should increase to stimulate economic activities. That's exactly what this government has done. The United Nations has also commended the Fijian government for this bold and courageous budget. Increase in domestic consumption will increase demand for goods and services, thus increase demand for labourers to meet the increase in demand for goods and services. As a result, it creates employment opportunities within Fiji, which is the path of recovery. Similarly, increase of grants on housing for investment and reduction on importation duties of building materials will encourage our locals to invest in houses and buildings. This will create more employment opportunities during these trying times within the economy. With all these new incentives announced by Honourable Minister for Economy, of which I have only named a few, I am confident that it will definitely stimulate our economic activities. Honourable Speaker, say, again, this government has demonstrated through the budget that they are truly for the people of Fiji, especially during these rainy days. Honourable Speaker, say, even during this challenging time when the future is uncertain, government will still honour its commitment to pay $85 per tonne of cane for 2020 crop. The Ministry of Sugar Industry is provided with budget of 30 million allocation for the stabilization fund in 2021 budget is testimony that our growers will receive $85 per tonne of cane for 2020 crop. However, some members of the opposition or on the other side misunderstood the basics of this payment. Payments are in 4 stages, and the final payment is normally made in October. So the final payment will come next year in October, that is in the next financial year. I thank the Honourable Minister for Economy for clarifying the misinformation spread by few members across the House to demean the hard work and commitment of the government towards the growers. Honourable Speaker, say, no other government has ever provided so much assistance in the history of Fiji to our sugarcane growers. Fiji First Government is the only government that really put our sugarcane growers on the priority list. As I speak, the figures of today, the 3 mills have crushed 359,757 tons of cane, compared to 284,356 tons same period last year in 2019. There is a 27% increase And the crop for this year looks good, and we are very certain then in years to come, definitely sugar will retain its place which it had before in Fiji's economy. That is to take up the #1 foreign reserve earner, be a foreign reserve earner in years to come. The trend seems good, and we are very confident that we will reach that status. The government has also taken initiative for the sugarcane growers to diversify their income, and as such, Honourable Minister for Agriculture continues to distribute 30 kg of rice seeds for planting to farmers so that they can plant rice. And at the moment, one ton of rice would fetch them $800. So in time to come, or with the current rate of distribution of seeds, we expect to yield around $800 million worth of rice annually. And this is definitely going to increase in years to come. The other initiative offered to cane farmers continues, such as new farmer assistance for land purchase and planting, fertilizer and weedicide subsidies, cane access road grants, culverts and bridges and crossings for farmers, cane delivery subsidies, assistance to cooperatives to purchase mechanical harvesters, and the list goes on. So you can see how government goes down to the people that needs assistance at this point in time, apart from all the other ministries which are offering assistance in their particular areas. I can go on and on informing this Honourable House about all the good things that the Fiji First government has done and which has positively impacted the life of all Fijians. But I will stop here due to time constraint. As I conclude, I believe that strong, people-centered and consumer-driven budget during this pandemic is the way forward, and I fully support this budget. And may God bless us all and Fiji. Thank you.